Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the Early Music Podcast. My name is Darina Ablogina. The European Early Music Association, REMA, is currently going through a process to encourage transition for its members, more sustainability, inclusion, diversity, access for audiences and artists. Early music today embraces a multitude of perspectives, breathing new life into age-old compositions while challenging the boundaries of what we once understood about this era. In this season, we will discuss how diversity, be it cultural, musical, or interpretive, has played a key role in shaping the evolution of early music. In today's episode, we are going to talk about institution in transition.
My name is Teunis van der Zwart and I'm the head of the early music department of the Royal Conservatoire The Hague.
The diversity of students in early music department is a wonderful reminder that this music is for everyone, and each student brings a unique perspective, whether through their own cultural background, interpretations, or approaches.
We have at this moment a focus on Latin American Baroque music. We encourage students to do the research. We have specialized teachers from the region doing serious research. This, to me, serves as an example of how we can do justice to the past and like that do justice to the diversity of all the students, of the community actually that we have.
And how do you develop those projects? How do you invent them?
The more we question the canon of early music, of classical music, the more diversity will come out of the early music movement. So that's what we're trying to do now at our early music department. When we make programs, it almost always includes lesser known works by lesser known or even unknown composers. Of course, female composers, colored composers, they all get a chance on our stage.
Do you also collaborate with other fields of music, such as contemporary music or maybe jazz or some others?
The collaboration between the departments is really policy of the Royal Conservatoire The Hague. For instance, the early music department has an annual symposium where we always make a collaboration with one of the other departments in the school. And a couple of months ago, we had the edition together with the jazz department, where of course we focused on improvisation through time and history. Next year, the collaboration of that symposium will be with the sonology department that we have, and the year after with composition. So we create this kind of event.
And do you also have like a human resource department where either a student or a teacher could come and solve their issues?
Well, I think the system in the Netherlands is that we have a human resource department, but they deal with the contracts. So they deal with staff only. And then we have a quality culture office, as we call it. And those are the people that have been in charge now for about 7-8 years. And they help us very much. Because of the quality culture office, we started having regular meetings with the various student panels. They also helped us to formulate a code of conduct for the whole school, not only for the teachers and staff, but also for the students, of course. And if something bad happens or if someone feels bad about a certain situation, there are several people you can go to for advice or complaints, whatever is needed. That is, of course, the head of department, if you want to, or the coordinator of the department, if you want to, or the internal trust person, or an external trust person.
Conservatory, it's an institution that was built in the 19th century, more or less, the system that we have. How do you think the conservatory as an institution will proceed? How do we get out of this 19th century perspective?
I think we are getting out of the 19th century perspective. I think we're in an evolution, which is fantastic, yeah. And although we share the love for historical music, it doesn't mean that we stick to the historical methods of teaching when they're not human. And then we will encounter music, texts, even music from the past that we, with our modern standards, our modern aesthetics, can no longer accept. Still, those are works of art from the past, from a certain region, from a certain time, that I think should be performed, and not without any discussion. They should be introduced, they should be put in the context, and should be performed and should be commented on.
Institution has a lot of responsibility in shaping the approaches, in a way shaping the minds, if you will. And I was just thinking, what would be the next step for institutions to be more aware of this very strong human impact?
With the power comes the responsibility, that's for sure. So we as an institution should keep questioning ourselves, where we are, what we are doing, what we are imposing, and give more and more voice to the students. And we will see the change like that. And they will also have their influence and their power. I believe in evolution very much.
Thank you so much. It was a great talk.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to our episode. Please find all the additional information in the description box. I wish you all the best. Bye.